Hello again, I'm Rod Murphy, author of Stopping Abortions at Death's Door and director of Problem Pregnancy, a Worcester, Massachusetts Pregnancy Resource Center. Are pro-lifers intolerant of pro-abortion opinions? Sometimes, during discussions with people who disagree with my firmly stated opinion that killing unborn babies is indefensible, I will be chastised because I state my opinion so confidently and that I don't give any credence to differing opinions on the subject of abortion. They might bring up difficult cases, such as when a woman is pregnant by rape, or what if the unaborted baby grows up to live a difficult life? My answer to that charge of my intolerance is that I use natural law and absolute truth as my guide. From the beginning, there has been an order to nature and a harmony of the universe, and I use that order to make my case. This answer usually causes further argument. Creeping relativism has taken over the public square. Quote, I'm all right, you're all right, unquote, is the mantra. Anybody's opinion, no matter how irrational, is as important as your opinion, and even as important as the brain surgeon's opinion on brain surgery. Of course, any objective, rational person knows this is absurd, but to the general public, it seems on the surface to be democratic, small d, idea, and is very seductive. On a vacation in France recently, I had a vigorous discussion in a small country bistro where the other side, my brother, actually contended that there are no absolute truths. With loud Murphy voices on both sides of the argument, we became the center of attention to the few other diners. I mentioned the law of gravity as an example of an absolute truth, and at the appropriate dramatic moment, I dropped a knife from 2 feet, and it clanged loudly on the table. Isn't that one absolute truth, I said? I then offered seasons, the aging of flora and fauna, and the phases of the moon as further examples of irrefutable laws of nature. Getting back to abortion, I then explained that if a woman were pregnant and there was no anomaly or interference with her pregnancy, she would deliver a human child in 9 months. That was an absolute truth also. It means, I then said, that an unborn baby is human, and isn't killing humans evil? That also is an absolute truth. Another of those irrefutable truths is that relativists, when losing the abortion argument, will dispense with logic and argue from a sort of quasi-religious point of view. This happened at that excellent French bistro when I was charged with being intolerant because I did not give equal footing to pro-abortion contentions. In other words, I was told their viewpoint was as valuable as mine, even though their viewpoint was not rational. How does one argue with someone who defies logic and thinks you are dogmatic by using logic? Toleration can only be tolerated so far. Life and death requires more than toleration. Thank you for listening to me on Catholic TV.